think of the campaign Whittier to stop drilling in the hills, and which hasn't really succeeded in stopping the drilling yet, but you know they might. But one of the really powerful things was that um, they distributed lawn signs, right, made out of polyblotto plastic something something, so it lasts like for years.
Polythurian.
Polyurethane.
Polyurethane.
So no. So anyway, so but the thing is that they have a very simple black logo, right, on a white surface, so that you recognize that symbol anywhere. And also, in terms of consciousness, when you see those signs, you have some idea that that might be somebody who's down or who supports. So I think having how do you call it, as a form of a ask when we're doing canvassing to have those signs too, and then also having something like you said that's recognizable across all of our material, a small symbol or something like that.
It's progressive.
Alright, so what would be awesome is like a big, like the circle with the line through it, and then like a bleeding foreclosure word done in like red and it's dripping. No foreclosures here. And post that on every street corner.
So I actually have a proposal. I think I realized yesterday that we're trying to reinvent the wheel a bit by creating a lot of events and not existing within this community and the resources that are already here for us. We created 2 events that are outside of this community that caters more to the community we already exist within, which is Occupy, the activist community. And in recognition of our resource, in recognition of our abilities and the stresses that brings on us, I think the 5th and the 8th, we should propose maybe that's just combined to the 8th. Because I'm also hearing from OLA that they kind of want to do something for the 5th, and we can reopen that to that community if they would like to liberate that day and take that day. And the 8th, we could just do SDD, shut down Deutsch. And people could shut down the bank anywhere that, you know, what they want, and we could do our activities that we're planning for that day with our community, and then plan a picnic. How I feel. I'm not religious, but that it's a little bit of a more of an affront to take a family's home on Sunday, I think. So that's my proposal, that we combine the 5th and the 8th and just centralize it, focus on one activity with our existing activist community, and then do another picnic and attend community events and continue our hardcore outreach within where we're existing, which is East Los. Oh, also, we would need a list of the 200 foreclosures in the adjoining zip code if anyone has.
It's already been emailed. I don't remember taking one, but I think you have.
Have what?
The zip code of the like 200 the addresses.
Yeah.
Then Frankie, Vlad, Frankie and Vlad.
Yeah. I think we have to be careful not to over commit ourselves to weekly picnics or foreclosure clinics. And also, I'd like to throw out the idea of perhaps being careful about Sundays, because this is a very Christian community, and Sunday tends to be a church day. And one of the homeowners who came out yesterday was actually very busy with his church, and he said, I have to go run to my parish after this. And however, maybe making it easier for us to have a space for the community would be to actually find one of the Protestants churches around here that's willing to donate their hall or something on a Saturday. So that way it's a quiet place, and we don't have to worry about noise, running around or anything, and then the community can focus specifically on how to deal with the foreclosure, because there are so many things you can do. Complaints against Seringalinga would be one. Starting to use the politicians for their purposes, to have the politicians write letters. And this has been an effective tactic already in Anaheim and in West LA. to the bank, and that may require a focused, quiet place in your room.
Sorry. I think Frankie.
Um, I have somewhat of a proposal because I do think what Vlad just commented to not overwhelm ourselves. Why don't we have the picnic, if possible, every 2 weeks, not every week, because I think that's just a lot to squeeze in considering all the other things we're going to be doing and whatnot. Um, Also, something that Matt brought up made me think, what if we could put arrows on the corner posts with an arrow saying Fort Lucero this way, just to like draw a little more attention. So we could do that too.
Slow response.
Slow response.
Anybody else on staff for outreach?
Ideally, the outreach task, which I think sounds like it's going to be designed, should also have something in the, I guess, Deutsche Bank. Let's not lose track of that. Like Deutsche Bank is the one of the keys, the key holders, let's say, to winning this house. So putting pressure on them should be part of that.
Okay, so there's a couple proposals here. Let's see.